everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we have my July bullet journal plan with me video. You guys really seem to enjoy the last one I did for May, so I'm back to do another spread for you guys. But before we get into that, let's hear a word from today's sponsors, Squarespace. So if you've never heard of Squarespace, they're an amazing platform where you can create your own website and or online store. Squarespace has amazing marketing tools and analytics. It's an all-in-one platform that will help you have the best experience with creating your online presence and run your business. I actually have my own website on Squarespace. I've had it for years now, and I find it really helpful to run my online store on it while simultaneously having my website on there. It's a really easy to use platform and design tools, which really helped me, someone who doesn't really know much about, website design, to actually create something good looking. So whether you're just getting started or are an already established brand, the Squarespace commerce platform, which is what I use on my online shop, supports the way you do your business. Sell your work directly or bill for design services if you prefer. I also have my portfolio and my animation gallery on my website. You can use Squarespace to present your work professionally. They have different portfolio designs that you can use and templates. So if this appeals to you in any way, head on over to Squarespace/Pipa to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. So this month's theme is like a nautical theme. I've been wanting to do this theme for a while because it's very doodly and it's like a nice opportunity to draw some things that I'm not used to drawing. So yeah, for the first little page here, I did a quote. I had a spare page, so I thought, why not? And it says, "A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor," by Franklin D. Roosevelt. And then at the bottom, I just drew a little inflatable lifesaver. What's it called? Yeah, I think it's a lifesaver. I'm probably incorrect. Never mind me. And then I drew a little knot at the top there with some ropes. It was probably one of the nicest knots that I saw that wasn't incredibly complicated to replicate in drawing form, so that's the one I went with. And I don't know the name of it. I'm so sorry. If anyone knows the name of that knot, please let me know in the comments. So I'm mainly using my Crayola Supertip in blue and my Sakura brush pen in red for most of the color accents for these spreads. For the title spread here, where I normally write the day of the month and a little overview at the bottom, I decided to draw a little I genuinely don't know what it's called. Is it a steering wheel? Is it a boat wheel? Again, I don't know if you can tell, I know a lot about boats. Yeah, and I drew a little accent down there with a rope just to kind of tie things off a little bit. So I was using my Pigma brush pen to fill in again, what is it called? Oh my god, I'm gonna look it up. Okay, it's called a helm. I just looked it up and it's called a helm. So I drew a helm for the first page here. And this is what the first two pages look like. So now it was time for my monthly spread, and I just drew out some cute little doodles like a compass and some shells over there at the top next to where I wrote out July. And then I drew out the days of the month in little squares. I normally do 5 by 5 squares for each day. And for this month, I decided to do like a little gap between them as well, because I normally do them all connected. And I wanted to do something a little different this time. So yeah, they're all like separate little boxes. I just leave like, I don't know, a millimeter between them. Just, that's normally enough. And no, I normally don't use rulers for these things. I just really love the hand-drawn look. I just think it looks a lot more like scrapbooky, and I enjoy the look of it, even with like all the imperfections and stuff. So yeah, then I went in with my Crayola Super Tip in light red and my Crayola Super Tip in light blue, and like interchanged the colors for each day of the month. And that's where I'm gonna, the little circles are where I'm gonna write the days of the month in. And I wrote out the days of the week as well over there at the top. Over on the right, I'm gonna draw out a little box like made out of rope, if that makes any sense, with a knot at the top. And this is going to be my monthly goals and tasks, like a box shaped rope, if that makes any sense. And I think it ended up looking adorable. I really enjoyed it. And at the bottom there, I'm going to put in my YouTube planner box, and this is normally where I write in like what videos I'm planning on filming and posting that month. So yeah, I did the little YouTube symbol at the top, and then did the box outline with a rope to match the monthly tasks box. And then at the bottom here, I had some extra space, so I drew out like what would be like the bottom of the sea, and drew a bunch of shells and some algae, and I drew some stars. I don't really know. I just wanted to fill up the space. And at the top there, I filled in that extra space with some rope. And this is where the skills from doing my May bullet journal plan with me, which was ribbon themed, really come into play. So then after writing in all the days of the month, I went in with my accent colors and added some colors everywhere. And yeah, that was it for my monthly spread. After that, you guys know what's next. It's my habits and my expenses tracker. For my habits tracker, I wanted to do something a little more doodly and heavy set with this one. So I decided to draw a little lighthouse at the bottom over here. And I love lighthouses a lot. They're honestly so pretty, and I just think their designs are adorable. The main inspiration I took for this was the lighthouse moment in Club Penguin, as we all know, which was the most iconic game of our lifetimes. That was the main inspiration for this lighthouse. And yeah, then on the extra space that I had there is where I'm going to be writing out my habits and my trackers for them. So I obviously made the lighthouse striped because hello, and I used like a dark blue from my Crayola Supertips set to do the stripes. So it's going to be white and blue striped, and then I'm going to use my red to do some little accents here and there. And overall, I think it ended up looking adorable. So for my habits tracker, I'm just going to draw out like a shape that is the shape of our month for this month. I said month too many times then, it's fine. And then I'm going to write above it what habit it is that I'm tracking for that month. Basically for every day that I complete that habit, I will draw in a little circle on the respective day. So yeah, that's normally how I do my habit trackers every month. So once I filled out all of my habit trackers for this month, I started working on my expenses tracker, which, as you guys know, is always pretty much the same because I like how simple it is, and I normally have a lot of expenses to track because I do have many jobs, so I have to keep track of all my expenses and stuff somehow. And yeah, I just draw out my little chart here where I write all the money that comes in and the money that comes out. And I decided to just doodle a little bit over there at the top just to, you know, keep in with a theme. So I drew some shells and I drew a little telescope, like that maybe a sailor would use. And of course, I then used my blue accent color to draw in the top row where I write the descriptions. And then of course, you guys know I love doing this. I used my Tombow brush pen in light gray to highlight every other row for this table. And this just basically helps me track the rows when I'm like looking for something or writing things down. So yeah, I went in and added some more details to the doodles, and that was it for my trackers. Next up, it is time for my double spread for my brain dump. This is normally the area in every month where I write down all of my lists and all of my planning for different things. I plan my videos, I plan everything. This is where I dump all my thoughts and my things that I don't really have anywhere to write in. Does that make sense? So yes, I decided to doodle at the bottom, like the bottom of the ocean again. I thought it'd look cute, so I drew an anchor that had fallen to the bottom of the sea, and again drew like some sand and some shells, and then I decided to do a little border for the rest of the spread with the same rope design that I did in the monthly spread. And that was pretty much it. The most boring part of doing this rope design is that I have to go along the whole rope and draw like little lines to make it look like a twisted rope. And that takes a little bit of a while, but it's quite therapeutic, so I don't hate it altogether. And then, of course, I went in with my accent colors and added some colors here and there just to make it a little bit more colorful. And after that, it was now time for my weekly spread. So during this whole coronavirus situation, because not a lot of things are happening, and also because I just finished university, my weekly tasks and events have become much smaller. So I've just been doing like 1-page weekly spreads as opposed to double pages. And this just basically, means that I waste less paper, and I can keep things, I can have like a look at the next 2 weeks with more ease, if that makes any sense. So I will draw out my 7 rectangles that indicate each day, and I just do it all on the same page. And so far I haven't had any problems with this in terms of running out of space, so I'm just going to keep doing this until my life becomes busier and busy enough that I need a double spread again. Also, the week that this video comes out is also the week that I'm moving, so I'm not going to be doing much else other than packing and unpacking for the next week or two. So, again, another reason why I don't need that much space in my weekly spread for this week. So I draw out all the days of the week like this, and then at the bottom I drew a large rectangle, which is going to be my weekly tasks. And this box is normally very important for me, so I can never, go without it. It's just basically tasks that I need to get done that week, but I don't really know what day I can do them in, so they're just general things I have to finish. And then, of course, I went in with my accent colors and added some backdrops to all the rectangles, and also some colors to the doodles that I made here and there. And then once that was all done, I went back into my spreads and added some washi tapes here and there just to add some more color and some more fun into my spreads. I have a lot of like ocean themed washi tapes that I thought would look fun on these spreads, so just went in and added like some more elements of scrapbooking, which I always enjoy, and I think it just made the spreads look a lot cuter. So that was it for my July bullet journal plan with me. Here's a little overview of all the spreads that I made today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you recreate any of these spreads. Tag me in your social media. I always love seeing them. I hope you guys have a lovely month. I hope everyone's doing okay and staying sane. Thank you again so much to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye!